Lady Bulldogs. This time, would you all please rise and remove your caps as the Junior ROTC presents the colors for the playing of our national anthem.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Paul Cavanaugh Fieldhouse for Northeastern Conference Basketball. Tonight, the Lynn English Lady Bulldogs host the Everett Tide. And now the starting lineups.
Basketball coach, the Lynn English High School, Mackenzie Charles.
Real quick, tonight we're honoring a young lady that was part of our program. She graduated last year, Georgia December, and she passed, she actually passed the first day of trial. So tonight we're honoring her. She's a great young lady on her way to UMass Bowl. She was a varsity basketball player here for 4 years. Was an honor roll student, and just exemplified what we want out of young student athletes. So tonight we're representing her. You can read some of the signs around the building. The JV and the Washington team put those together, and I think they did a great job. So we have a minute to go around. Another thing we're doing is we established a scholarship fund in her name. So we'll have a collection go around. So if you please donate. It's going to go back to a young lady from the hospital and from the tech. So thank you for coming tonight. We hope to represent her well.
That was head coach Mackenzie Charles, and we'll get back to that in a second. Right now, it's the starting lineups. First for Everett. Number 32.
Number 14, junior Madison Lewis.
Number 14.
Number 10, junior Carolyn Cardinal.
Number 10, junior.
Number 11, junior Jacqueline Emanuel.
Number 11, Jacqueline Emanuel.
And number 24, junior Santi Burton.
And number 24, Santi Burton. Head coach is Tammy Turner. And now for the Lynn English Lady Bulldogs. Number 4, freshman Kalia Reynoso.
Number 11, senior.
Number 11, senior Jessica Ruiz. I believe she's a junior.
Number 10.
Number 10.
Captain Malin Echevarria.
Junior Captain Malin Echevarria.
Number 11.
Number 11. Captain Raven Rapley.
And number 5.
And number 5. Captain Juliana Perry. And their head coach is Mackenzie Charles.
Mackenzie Charles.
So as the girls get ready to head out onto the court, Coach Charles has dedicated this evening's game to Dorothea Zemba, a star for Lynn English for 4 years on the varsity. She graduated last year and passed away in the, I believe it was in the late fall, early winter of this year. A great player, a great student, a great person, and the girls of the JV and varsity have made posters that they've posted all around the gym here, balloons, and they're establishing a scholarship in the Dorothea Zemba Scholarship. So this evening has added meaning when we think about Dorothy, number 1 for Lynn English, and Everett wins the tap. Long cross-court pass inside. Gets away. Echevarria with the steal, just underway here at Lynn English. Number 33 looks to be the tallest girl on the court right now. Echevarria steps in. Jump shot is a little strong. Number 14 drives the lane and she's fouled. That is 14 is Madison. What's that last name? Madison DeRace. The foul was before the shot. Pass in. Jump shot won't go from the baseline. Raven Rapley starting tonight. Well, let's set the English lineup. We have Perry and Reynoso in the backcourt. As Ruiz follows Echevarria's miss, Reynoso and Perry in the backcourt, and Ruiz in the middle along with Echevarria and Rapley on the back line. A long three, too strong. Rebound though, and put in. That is Santi Burton for the first bucket of the game. And we have a backcourt violation. That ball was thrown from the front court to the backcourt. Coach Charles, an animated coach. Animated would be an understatement. He's already vocally expressing his displeasure with the play of the Lady Bulldogs. But a turnover here by Somerville. For Somerville, that's They're trapping in the backcourt, but Perry quickly gets it up. Knocked out of bounds so nicely by number 11. That is Jacqueline Emanuel. And Somerville with a 2-3 zone, and we have a foul there. That reach-in foul on Emanuel, her first on the team. English inbounds all the way out to midcourt. Perry signaling a three, way too long for Echevarria. Rapley with the rebound, and she gets fouled on the putback. I believe that was on Burton. Let's see. I mean on, Santi Burton. No, on DeRays, 14. Rapley on the line shooting 2. First one good for Raven. Puts English on the board. Rapley. Second one. Good. We're all even at 2. English pressing. Somerville. Emanuel. Nice pass. Beautiful pass. Emanuel to Burton. No-look bullet. And English trapping. 3-1-1 trap. English beats it, but Perry can't handle that. That pass had a little mustard on it, and Juliana took her eyes off it for a second. Went through her hands. So a number of early game turnovers here for both teams as the English bench calls out for some defense. Emmanuel almost travels, gets it to Burton, wild shot. And we're gonna have a reach-in foul. Let's see if this, looks like that'll be the second on Emmanuel. Very quickly picks up her second on the reach-in. That could be a factor. And Somerville pulls off the trap. Perry can't put it in. Nice hustle by Emmanuel. She dives out of bounds, throws it back in. Pass to Burton, who's very active. Emmanuel with the rebound, right back to Burton again, couldn't score. So Somerville with a couple of good chances. You got to travel. Right back. .438 left in the first. And it's back-to-back travels. First English, now Somerville. 4:36 to go. It's a low-scoring affair, 4-2 Somerville. And Michaela Johnson, normally starting, is in now, replacing Rapley. Ruiz back out to Johnson, sets for the three, and converts. Michaela. Somerville out of bounds. Long three, too strong for Emmanuel. Good rebound by Johnson, a good all-around player. When she gets hot, her three is unstoppable. Stolen back by Johnson, gets it back out. Little helter-skelter. Reynoso back to Perry for three. Ooh, a little short. Nice look, though. 2-on-1. Emmanuel dishes to DeRays for two. Nice. Emmanuel is a nice playmaker. Somerville going man-to-man here. Johnson set up in the corner. Reynoso looking to get free. She is. Her three, too strong. And Somerville boxes out, but no one went to get the ball. Finally, they track it down. 3:20 left. Good hands. Reynoso out in front, all alone. She misses. I believe that's a one-shot. It was after the shot, I believe. Let's see what they call. Looked like it was after the shot. And that's the third foul on Emmanuel. They're going to give Reynoso two. It looked like it might have come after the foul, but it was a hard foul. So Emmanuel, in little over 4 minutes and under 4 minutes. Under 5 minutes. Let me get my math straight here. It's 3:10. That means in 4 minutes and 50 seconds, she's picked up 3 fouls, about a foul a minute. Now let's see. For 32, in to replace her is Piper Baker. Reynoso misses the first and misses the second. Three for Johnson. When Michaela starts hot, she can be tough to stop. Baker on the end line. 2 more subs for Somerville. This is 35. No, is that a 30 or number? Looks like 36, 30. Number 30, I guess that is, Brianna Hippolyte. Number 22, a long three for Johnson, just misses. You got English for 3 seconds there on Ruiz. Oh no, the foul on Ruiz. Just put it up. First on Ruiz. Second team foul, 4 on Somerville. Reynoso. Good dribbling by number 2. Let's see who that is. Nice pass, but a little offline for Somerville. Number 2 is Sarah Thompson, just a freshman. Reynoso for English, a freshman. Number 33 is Carolyn Cardinal. And Perry. Good hustle by Perry. Nobody's tying her up. Coach Charles finally calls a timeout as Juliana Perry jumped on the floor for that ball and nobody was tying her up and for a few seconds, and Coach Charles jumped in and called a timeout to avoid the tie-up. And it'll be English ball when we come back. English now on top 8-6 with 2:13 to go in the first quarter at Lynn English. And it'll be Juliana inbounding under her own basket. Ruiz with a nice cut. Pretty play as Coach Charles drew that one up. Nice pick, freed Ruiz for the little jump shot. Little banker, really. This is was Thompson, Sarah Thompson, threw it away. Perry. Stacy Abreu in for Jessica Ruiz, setting up, wants the ball. Perry steps on the sideline there. Stacy Abreu establishes position in the post and is very verbal about calling for the ball. She wants it. Got a nice touch, too. Nice drive, but couldn't convert. Reynoso gets fouled. Reynoso makes the first. Number 22 for Somerville is Maya Kernan. And the second one rims out. That foul on Reynoso. 1:25 to go. This is the freshman, Sarah Thompson, goes around the back. So they go from the veteran junior leadership to a freshman running the show. And here comes Perry on the run. Nice play by Juliana. She slowed down to let the defenders go by. Pretty play by Juliana Perry. And she's now on the board. English has scored the last 7 points to take a 13-6 lead. Thompson throws one up way off. And they're trapping Perry. Johnson on the floor. And we've got a tie-up. It'll come back to English, possession arrow English. So English trailed 6-5. Perry, nice dish to Abreu for 2. Beautiful players. Perry drove the lane and a quick dish off to Stacey Abreu. And English playing very well right now. 15-6. We got another reach-in foul on Reynoso. That's her second. Shot clock is off. 24 seconds to go in the first quarter here. And now it's English with the last 10 points. And they lead 15-6. Malin Echevarria back in, Reynoso out. Rapley in, number 11. This is Thompson. Back out to DeRays. Kernan almost travels. Stolen away by Johnson. We got a foul on DeRays. Nice play by Michaela Johnson. Aggressive defense. So Somerville with still 15.9 seconds to go in the first quarter already has 16 fouls. So English will be on the line the whole second quarter. English lets the clock run down. We're under 10. As they count it down, Abreu. Count it. Stacey Abreu from the baseline. And it's all English scoring the last 12 points of the quarter to take a 17-6 lead at the end of one. 25 for Somerville, making wholesale changes. This is Kernan. Jessica Ruiz leads her a little too much. That was Echevarria. Usually Jessica Ruiz is not on the front end of that break, but good hustle pass just led her a little bit too much. 25, Ashley Fitzgerald with the ball. Spin move, but she's got 3 players on her. We got a jump ball here. Somerville really scrambling now. Without that veteran leadership that came from number 11, Jacqueline Emanuel. She picked up 3 fouls early and they haven't been the same since. Everybody kind of freelancing. Johnson all alone, rims out. Michaela thought she had that one. Johnson calling out defense. Nice play by Somerville as number 30, Brianna Hippolyte, snuck in along the baseline and she'd be on the line shooting 2. Second foul on Ruiz. English with 5 team fouls, so misses the first. Ruiz out and Abreu back in. Second one good for Hippolyte. Somerville man-to-man. Stolen away. Good defense. Number 33, Carolyn Cardinal. So Somerville, Tammy Turner using a lot of players here. I believe she's 9 or 10 in there already. And we're going to have a moving pick, moving screen that time. That foul on Kiernan. Abreu looking for position. She's got a much smaller defender on her. She spins. Good defense, though. Rapley out to Echevarria. Drives. Good block as Maylin exposed that ball, and it was blocked. They'll give a... Goes back to Somerville. English man-to-man. Rapley. Got a turnover as Rapley was hounding Fitzgerald They say she turned it over. Tough call. Number 1 for Somerville is Veronica Bento. She's hounding Johnson. She's following her everywhere. She's in there for defense, obviously. Nice pass. Looked like it might have been a double dribble. Clock is winding down. Echevarria spins. Nice move. Spins and converts it as the clock was running down. Had to take the shot. Good hands by Johnson. Knocks it away. Travel that time as Johnson knocked the ball away. Fitzgerald went and picked it up and then took a couple of steps under duress. Let's see, she might. I believe she may have a cut on her hand, so has to come out for a minute. And let's see, they're trying to stitch her up. Not really, but they're trying to clean off that little cut quickly. And in the meantime, let's see who this is. Number 3, I believe that is Rosie Cheng. Hasn't been in that much, and she came dashing onto the court and forgot to check in. You heard the ref saying, you got to check in first. So Ching in there while Echevarria gets looked at. Johnson, excuse me, that was Rapley in the corner, throws it off a Somerville defender. Coach Mack usually goes maybe 7 or 8 players, no more. Whereas Somerville is already, I believe they've already used 10. They got away with the travel there. Didn't call it. Abreu stolen away by Thompson. The dish blocked. Espento probably would have gone out of bounds with that ball if Johnson hadn't blocked it. Tough pass from Thompson. So real difference in styles. Coach Charles goes with his core. Somerville runs players in and out. They have a deep bench there. I believe they've got 15 players, English with 12. .458 to go here. Chang. Ooh. And the players fighting for that ball. Johnson dives on the court. I believe they're going to get Michela. As she dove on the court, I believe they're going to get her for that foul. Wow, tough break. She dove to tie up the ball, but good hustle by Johnson. So 16 fouls on English, 7 on Somerville. So for the rest of the quarter, we'll be shooting. Echevarria to Perry, quickly up to Johnson. Drives, strong drive, but won't go. Foul on Rapley and beyond the line shooting 1-1. First one good for, this is Maya Kernan. Nice stroke from the free throw line. Only the second point for Somerville. English has 2 also, as Kernan makes them both. And English maintaining that 10-point lead. We've played, nice drive by Echevarria, won't go. Kernan tries to save it, back out to English. Rapley turns down the shot. Echevarria all alone. Nice shot, but rims out. Kernan to Cardinal, back to Kernan, blocked nicely. Nice play there. Rebound to Abreu. Now it's the Somerville Tide yelling for defense. Abreu. Good block out by Cardinal, who's got the height but very thin and hard for her. Kernan with a nice looking shot there. Maya Kernan, two nice free throws and a long range 3. And Coach Mack doesn't like the turn events, calls time. So with 3:19 to go here in the second quarter, it's Lynn English 19, Somerville 12. Echevarria inbounds at half court. As the defender, Kernan all leaps up. Good hustle, nice play by Cardinal, but she couldn't stop her momentum. Nice play by Somerville. As I think the defense for Somerville at the timeout was to make a lot of noise, because we're hearing them all yelling, ball, 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 ball. And they are animated, and it is contagious as Kernan has given them a lot of energy. A long 3, short by a couple feet by the freshman. That's Sarah Thompson. Somerville beginning to fight back. I believe they call 5 seconds, not advancing the ball. English in a 2-3 zone. Kernan, nice pass. Maya Kernan really injecting this offense with some enthusiasm as she spun. Nice pass to Cardinal, who dropped it in. And Somerville has made up half the deficit. Echevarria drives to the basket. Shot is blocked. Started with the defense here for Somerville. They came out of that timeout and a couple of blocks, steals. 5-point lead. And he's trying. It's just like a referee trying to separate a couple of fighters. They are so mixed up in there. Johnson. Number 4 now all over her. Let's see who that is. Tough defense. 2 seconds. Ruiz won't go. Number 4 for Somerville. That's Stephanie Suavida. So they're running the players in and out. Little dish back out to Kernan. Couldn't handle it. No look from a minute ago. It was Kernan to Cardinal. This time it was Cardinal back to Kernan. English. Somerville with the possession there. And that is Thompson for 2. And the last 9 have been Somerville. So it's been a game of runs. 10 straight for English to close out the first quarter. 9 here to bring Somerville within 3. And Echevarria once again loses the handle, or it maybe doesn't make up her mind when she goes to that basket, but she's gotten tied up 2 or 3 times tonight. Coach Mack unhappy with something here. Rapley gets it inside to Ruiz, back out to Johnson. Takes a pick from Ruiz. Nice pick. Couldn't convert. And Kernan again sacrificing the body. Quickly, Thompson down court to Bento. Cardinal for 3. Would have tied the game up, but off the rim. Less than a minute to go here. Suddenly, that defense making English speed up. Kernan over the back. I believe they're going to get Kernan as she came over the back on that rebound. So English will be on the line shooting 1-1. Be the first one on Kernan, who has really been the spark plug for most of the first quarter, when Jacqueline Emanuel picked up 3 quick ones. Somerville really was discombobulated. No one knew how to run that offense, but Kernan has really turned things around here. Johnson, Michaela Johnson with the first of the 1-1. She had 2 threes in the first quarter. That makes 7 for her. Johnson makes a pair. Very poised at the foul line. So about a 5-second difference between the game and shot clock. Tough pass in there. Stolen away by Perry. She has Johnson. Oh, Rapley. And they'll give it back to Somerville. Nice bounce pass from Perry. Little behind Raven. And English can hold for 1, the shot clock off. 22.8 seconds to go. Johnson stolen away. Tried to get it to Ruiz. Let's see if their difficult pass was handled. Cardinal with a lot of height grabbed that rebound and put it back. 5 seconds to go. Johnson travels, I believe, or they might have gotten a foul. Not a smart foul there as the clock was about to run down. Johnson out of control, and Kernan bails her out. No, they get the call. It wasn't on Kernan. It was on Stephanie Suavita. But Michaela is money at the free throw line. Let's see if she can convert this pair. Jinkster. Rapley with a shot at the buzzer. Won't go. Somerville comes back after trailing. They were trailing 17-6 at the end of 1. They outscore English 12-4 to cut that lead to 3. And at the end of 1 half, it's the Lady Bulldogs 21 and Somerville 18.
Everett.
Somerville inbounds, and we're ready to start. Oh, God. I have to apologize here. I believe I've been calling Everett Somerville all night long. That's kind of a long story that I'm not going to bore you with, but there is a reason why I called Everett Somerville all night long. I'm sure I didn't when I announced them at the beginning, but I think I have. My camera person finally said, Mr. Vorspan, how come you're calling them Somerville? Is that their nickname? No, they're Everett. They're Everett Tide. But I'm going to make a point of calling them Everett from here on in. So Try to ignore all the times I referred to him as Somerville in the first half. That's embarrassing. Everett has cut this lead to 1, and the Everett bench is like, it's like, whoa, as Reynoso takes a fall, it's like the dugout in a baseball game. And now the English bench is matching it with the call for defense. And the Cardinal sets up underneath, and they're going to get Echevarria over the back, as she didn't like the call, but Cardinal had position. Echevarria reached in. That's her first. That was a 3, and Somerville has taken the lead. I can't call him Everett. Everett. Goes Everett. They lead by 2. And that's Santi Burton. And Coach Mack calls a timeout here, as it's been all Everett as they came out. They were trailing 21-18 coming into the third quarter, and they've scored the last 7 here after scoring the last 9 to close out the first half. That's 16 points, and this game has totally turned around. Coach Mack calls a timeout to stop the momentum and to talk about what they need to do to stop this Everett team. I must have some kind of, I think I have a screw loose tonight, and after the game I'm gonna tighten it up, because I've got something happening with the synapse that skips right over Everett right to Somerville, and which is causing all kinds of problems. But I will definitely have that screw tightened for the next one. Juliana Perry. It's Perry, Echevarria, Reynoso, Johnson, and Abreu. Michela with a nice bounce pass into the post. Stacy with position, and she gets fouled. She'll be on the line. English with 2 team fouls early. Let's see who this one is on. You get that one on Burton. Just her first. First one good. Makes a pair. Quickly down court. That was DeRay short. And Johnson didn't like the call. She definitely took some steps. She tried to run right by the defender. And then she got fouled. Pass inside. Burton spins. Abreu with the rebound. Perry brings it up. Perry dishes back to Reynoso, knocked out of bounds. For Somerville, number 11, Jacqueline Emanuel spent the entire second quarter and half of the first on the bench. She's back in. Stepped over the line, and goes back to Somerville. So number 11, Emanuel, number 14, Madison DeRays, and up front, 32 is Piper. Stolen away. Reynoso, nice move. As she let the defender go by and just spun it up with her right hand for 2. DeRay's way off. We're all even here. English and Everett all tied up at 25. It's been a game of runs. Number 22, Maya Kernan, had a big second quarter. She's getting ready to check in. Johnson gets fouled, blocking foul. She'll shoot 2. That foul on Cardinal, Carolyn Cardinal. Johnson shooting 2. Both teams with 2 team fouls. First one, rims out. Kernan in and Burton out. High arcing free throw. Tickles the twine. Johnson. She leads away with 9. Cardinal. Oh, she took steps, but no call. Here comes Perry. Good defense. Inside to Abreu. Emmanuel looking up as she comes down. Cardinal for 3. And way offline, Echevarria. That foul on Baker. Only her first. Silly foul there. 3 on both teams were in the penalty the whole fourth quarter, and already we've played 3.5 minutes, and Everett with 3 fouls. Echevarria, nice strong drive to the basket. When she plays like that, she's tough to stop. Emmanuel, way off by Thompson. In now, number 2, Sarah Thompson, off on the 3. Perry right down the lane, loses control. Bad pass from the freshman as Emmanuel. No chance on that pass. Just lobbed it down the court. This is Reynoso for 3. Nope. Thompson with the rebound, quickly up court. Timeout. Everett. Head coach for Everett, Tammy Turner. Head coach for English, Mackenzie Charles. And English has regained the lead after trailing by 4. They scored the next 7 to take a 3-point lead. So runs for both teams. 10 early for English, then 9 for Everett, 7 for Everett, and now 7 for English. But a 3-point game, and for the Lady Bulldogs, a lot riding on this contest. They have a 7-9 record. They need 10 wins to make the playoffs. They've got 3 games left, and they've got to win all 3. So this is huge. If they win tonight, they go 8-9, and then they face crosstown rival, Classical. Huge game for English. And if they could win these 2, they'd be 1 away from the playoffs, but 1 game at a time here. Rapley in. Looking for offense. This is Emmanuel. Beautiful jump shot by Jacqueline Emmanuel. She can play. This is Johnson for the long 3. No. Emmanuel with only that 1 bucket, but the way she handles the ball, directs the offense, way off there. She tried a three-pointer, saves it. Michaela Johnson all alone, but the pass too long as Emmanuel dove off the court, saved it to English. Thompson quickly over to good hands by Emmanuel, and then Durez ties up Echevarria, who's on the court. Possession arrow with the Lady Bulldogs. Echevarria inbound. Johnson out and Ruiz in. Perry looking to drive. Good defense there by Baker. Cut off the lane, right down the lane for Echevarria. Won't go. Nice drive, but couldn't convert. Pass to Durez as Emmanuel to Durez. And Everett takes a 1-point lead, 29-28. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Reynoso steps on the, oh no, we got a foul here. I thought they said she stepped on the end line, but looks like the second foul on Baker there. Johnson back in, replacing Echevarria. So once again, Michaela started out hot with 2 threes in the first quarter, but hasn't been able to convert since then. Nice pass to Ruiz. Couldn't, again, Jessica. No. This is Fitzgerald in. Ooh, tough pass as Everett throwing some passes that are not wise moves. They're high risk, low probability, I guess I would call them. Everything's got to go right on a play like that. Rather than get, or that long cross-court pass that Kernan couldn't handle. No need for, really no reason for a pass like that. She was being guarded in the corner. And you can see the freshmen making freshman mistakes. I'm surprised they're not giving the ball to Emmanuel here, but letting Thompson handle it. Ruiz gets fouled. She set up shop down low in the post, and they got it to her. And quickly, Everett getting into foul trouble as a team. That's their 5th team foul. English with only 2. And we still have 1:31 to go in the third quarter. That could be a big factor coming down the stretch. And Abreu gets position and gets fouled. She'd be on the line shooting 2. Next foul puts English in the bonus or in the 1-and-1, and we're still in the third quarter. Nice play by Stacey Abreu as she cut, got position underneath, a quick pass to her, and the foul. First free throw won't go. Second one good for Stacey. She's got 7 points tonight. A long 3, little too strong, and Reynoso stolen away from Abreu. They're going to give it to Everett. I thought that might have gone off on Everett. Let's see. And they give it back. Yeah, the other coach overrides the decision, and back to English. It went off on Everett. Jessica Ruiz in for Abreu. Perry, Ruiz sets a pick, rolls to the basket, can't get it to her. Rapley on the baseline. Ruiz, very active. Stays with English, 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Echevarria in for Rapley. Let's see what they got, what play they got dialed up here with 9 seconds on the clock. I don't know if they're aware of it. I don't think so. Coach Mack calls a timeout as Echevarria was trapped in the corner, but only 4 seconds to go. Didn't really look like they realized that they only had 9 seconds when that ball was inbound. They would have been hard pressed. I don't think they would have gotten a shot off, but it's going to be tough even now with only 4 seconds left. 51.3 seconds left in the third quarter, and we're all knotted up at 29. Good game here. Low scoring, but very close. Didn't look like it would be that way as Everett was ahead early. And then English went on a run and took a 10-point lead, which they held for most of the first half. A late run by Everett, cut it to 3 at the half, and it's been nip and tuck ever since then. English to Johnson for a long 3, a little too strong. English got the rebound, but stolen away by Everett. In the corner, DeRays for 3, no good. DeRays follows up her own shot. Oh, blocked nicely. Kernan blocked by Echevarria. So, nice pass under to Reynoso, couldn't convert. Neither team able to hit it. Shot clock off. Stolen back by Reynoso. Stolen back by Everett. Put in by, no, won't go. Rolled off the rim. Emmanuel, 10 seconds to go. Kernan in the corner. 3, too short. English ball, 4.3 seconds. Good sportsmanship as Perry pulls Kernan up. But the Lady Bulldogs got to travel 4 seconds fast. And suddenly it was 3.7 and too short. So we end the third quarter all even at 29. An exciting ball game, a little helter-skelter, a little out of control at times, but a lot of drama here, and we'll be back for the start of the fourth quarter. Emmanuel inbounds for Everett to Fitzgerald. Man-to-man, Hawking defense. Oh, DeRays. This is, the freshman's been hoisting those threes, hasn't hit one yet. And if that's on Emmanuel, that's her fourth. It is. That's the fourth on Emmanuel. She's been playing this second half with 3. Not a good foul. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say if she fouls out, English will win this game. If she doesn't, it's going to be tough. She lends a lot of stability, leadership, ball handling, ball sense, savvy. She's only a junior. Not a smart foul there, and this is 1-1. Not a smart foul at all. Misses the 1-1. That's going to be huge here in this quarter, though. English already in the penalty, and they only have 2 team fouls. Oh, an off-balance runner by the freshman, Thompson, gives Everett a 2-point lead. Johnson for 3, off the top of the backboard. As Johnson can't find the bucket here. And English looking for offense. Without Johnson. Stolen away as DeRays loses it. This is Rapley. Nowhere to go. Passes it back out. English trails by 2. Nice drive by Perry. She's fouled. She'll be on the line shooting 2. That's the 8th on Everett. 2 more, and English is in the double bonus the rest of the game. 7:01 to go. We just began the 4th quarter. But English leaving a lot of points at the line here. Reynoso just missed the front end of a 1-and-1. Johnson previous to that. Here's Perry missing the first of 2. Big free throws here. And that one short. So the Lady Bulldogs with a chance to tie but couldn't do it. Emmanuel, strong drive. Ooh, almost put that in over the rim. She'd be on the line shooting 2. Second on Echevarria. First one, no good. She doesn't get a lot of arc on this shot. It's kind of a line drive. It's almost like she's shooting a jump shot from the foul line. No, not a good looking free throw at all, but Kernan with the putback. And a 4-point lead for Everett. Johnson into Echevarria, stolen by Somerville to Emmanuel, too far underneath. Let's see who they get that on. If it's on Emmanuel, she's out. No, they call it on Kernan. So we came into this quarter all knotted up at 29, and Everett with the first 4 points, but those fouls, that foul situation could be huge in this game, could be the deciding factor if the Lady Bulldogs begin to convert from the foul line. They've been missing the freebies. That one good. Big free throw by Reynoso. That's Kalia's 4th point. Second one. Looked like it was going to be short, but it rolls in. Reynoso makes 2 big free throws. English trails by 2. This is Thompson around the back. Tough pass. Let's see who I believe they're going to get that on Johnson again. Yep. 15. They have her. No, shot misses. 3 fouls on Johnson. Nice pass to Abreu. Gets her own rebound, puts it back in. Nice follow by Stacy. Had trouble handling the ball on the move. Her shot was off, but she got her own rebound. And DeRay's way off target. She has confidence in her shot, but it's not going. So big difference in this game right now. We're all even at 33. Everett with 9 fouls. Next one puts English in the double bonus. English with only 4. Cardinal gets ready to sub back in. Abreu, a lot of size on Kernan. She guarded her well. I'm not sure sometimes who Thompson is even throwing it to. She rifles these passes. I'm sometimes not sure who she's passing to. Kernan with a silly foul. Obvious. Over the back made, and that'll put Echevarria on the line for from here on out with 5:14 to go. Double bonus the rest of the way. No pressure now. That's going to be tough to overcome. And that foul, you couldn't miss that one. She reached over Echevarria's shoulder and almost grabbed her by the shoulder. So, foul shot to give English the lead. Yes. Cardinal in. Fitzgerald in. DeRay's out. And Ruiz in for Abreu. That is part of Coach Mack's substitution pattern as Echevarria makes 2 big free throws. So 4 in a row here for the Lady Bulldogs. We got a timeout by Everett as the Lady Bulldogs make 4 consecutive free throws, critical ones, to take a 2-point lead. And there's 5:12 to go here. For English, Michaela Johnson had 2 threes in the first quarter. She's got 9. She's been stuck on 9 for a while. She has only scored 1 point here in the second half. Abreu also with 9. Reynoso with 6. Or Echevarria with 6. Reynoso with 5. And for Everett, they kind of equally distributed. Kernan with 5. Burton with 6. I believe Cardinal was 6. But right now, it's winning and losing that really matters, in particular for the Lady Bulldogs, because this game, their playoff hopes hinge on winning this one. Reynoso almost with a reach-in. As Cardinal turns down the shot, drives. She gets fouled. Cardinal, strong drive. She can hit from 3, but she has a strong drive to the basket. And they got a reach-in foul. That's the 3rd on Perry. So the Lady Bulldogs able to avoid the normal foul trouble they get into. Johnson often in trouble. We got a blocking foul, and as I say that, 2 quick fouls here, and the next one will put Everett on the line shooting 1-and-1. And that's the 3rd on Reynoso. Emmanuel looking to get it inbounds. Stolen by Reynoso. She's got Perry, doesn't see her. And Perry gets tied up as Reynoso stole the ball. Perry was coming down on the left side, and Reynoso never saw her. Shot was wild. Coach Mack not happy and very upset with the ref here. This would not be a good time to get teed up. Definitely not. And he wisely walks away from the ref rather than... And now Coach Turner wants to find out what's going on, as there's a lot of shouting back and forth. I'm not sure what she was asking, but not happy either. So neither coaches are very happy right now. Chant of defense from the Everett bench. Perry looking to get it in. Knocked out of bounds by Everett. Abreu. In for Everett. In for Ruiz. Offense, defense switch here. Abreu sets a pick. Comes right back. Oh, just misses, but Abreu with the rebound spins. And he's fouled. So a smart play by Coach Mack as he substituted Abreu in for Ruiz. Abreu set a pick, rolled to the basket. First shot missed. But on the putback, she gets fouled. She's on the line shooting 2. Looking to stretch this lead to 4. First one's good. And the Lady Bulldogs converting when it really counts. Second one no good. Cardinal to Fitzgerald. Emmanuel, nice drive. But her baseline runner just off. Smooth, smooth move. A little too strong. Perry tries to get it in. And they got another. This foul on Kernan. Can't believe it. I believe that's her fourth. That'll put Abreu on the line in the bonus as, yep, Kernan upset about the call. And now Coach Turner upset with that call. And the ref telling her, I call what I see. Tough foul there. But now it's the Everett coach on the ref. A minute ago it was Coach Charles. Abreu misses the first. Makes the second. And Ruiz in for Abreu. English with the last 8 points. Wild play, almost a steal. Nice pass to Kernan. Won't go. Baseline. Here comes Echevarria. Cardinal. Good defense. 20 seconds on the shot clock. 3:45 in the game. Stolen away by Everett. Nice play by Echevarria as Thompson was all alone, but the pass was stolen. Echevarria. Pretty drive. Big play by Mei Lin. She stole the pass and scored on the drive. English with the last 10 points is a three. No good. Emmanuel with the rebound and Johnson over the back. That's her fourth. And Emmanuel on the line. This is the only part of her game that looks a little suspect. Her free throws. And they need them here. This puts Everett into the 1-and-1, but she's got to make the first to get the second. And that rims out. Rebound Cardinal, and she gets fouled. She'll be shooting 2. I believe that's on Reynoso. So suddenly, English players, Reynoso with 4, Johnson with 4, Perry with 3. So fouls are beginning to affect both teams. Cardinal shooting 2. They need these. She makes the first. They've been a real scoring drought here. That broke a 10-point streak for English. Michaela out, Rapley in. She won't be out long. Cardinal, no. Reynoso with the rebound. Ruiz running. Pass is late. Here comes Emmanuel. 1-on-3. Ooh. Kind of a wild shot. 1-on-3 over the head. Sort of a reverse lay-in. Not a smart move there. Perry. Rapley. Echevarria. No. Emmanuel with the rebound. Gives it to Thompson. Nowhere to go. Cardinal on the line. Wanted to shoot it. Kernan with the rebound. Can't. Good hustle by Maya Kernan as she swatted it off of Rapley. Coach Turner with the timeout. So, drama continues. But the Lady Bulldogs, with 2:26 to go, it's the Lady Bulldogs on top by 5. Everett inbounds under their own basket. This is Fitzgerald. Oof. A bullet pass. I'm not sure what Coach Turner had drawn up, but it didn't work. And a missed opportunity as Perry brings the ball up. English in no hurry. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Drives the lane. Late call, but she'll be on the line shooting too. That fell on Fitzgerald. First one good. Big free throw by Juliana Perry. That's only her third point of the night. She's done most of two huge free throws though. She's handled the ball, brought it up, had a good game. Emmanuel goes around the back. Ooh, almost travels. Kernan, nice pass to Cardinal. Pretty play. Maya Kernan to Cardinal. English by 5. Under 2 minutes to go. Echevarria sets a pick. Ruiz doesn't have to shoot it. Passes it back out. Perry for 3. Huge 3 for Perry. Those 5 points she just scored could be the difference as English on top by 8. Perry with 2 free throws and a 3-pointer to run this lead to 8 with 1:24 to go. Fitzgerald almost travels, tries to go split 2 defenders. Out. Cross court to Emmanuel for 3. No. Rebound. No. Lady Bulldog ball with 1:08. Any foul puts English in the 1-1. Ooh. Not English. Ruiz. Too strong. And that time, a nice pass, but probably better off to hold that ball, use clock. And let's see, what's the call? That's Reynoso. The foul was on Kalia Reynoso. If it is, that's her 5th. So, not a great turn of events there as Ruiz with position, but her little lay-in was too strong, and looks like Reynoso fouled the Everett player, fouled Emmanuel, puts her on the line for the 1-1. The only good thing here is that Emmanuel hasn't been close on her free throws as Reynoso fouls out with 1:02 to go. Not a real strong game for Kalia. Never quite got untracked. Emmanuel misses. Quick foul and 2 shots for Echevarria. Almost had no choice there. Double bonus. Everett will be in the double bonus too. English has committed 9, but it may be too late for Everett as this takes a lot of pressure off a shooter when they don't have to make the first to get the second. And Echevarria has 2 freebies here. English on top by 8. Misses the first though. Second is good by Mei Lin. No foul, no foul. And Everett loves to throw those bullet passes. Instead of a bounce pass, they throw these hard bullet passes that are very tough to handle. Everett inbounding. Emmanuel gets fouled. And she'll be on the line shooting 2. She's yet to make a free throw though, so not likely she's going to make 2 here. Oh, she's got, it's really a line drive shot from the foul line. No arc at all. That one too strong. Kernan with the rebound. She's there. So the Lady Bulldogs, for some reason, fouling here, which stops the clock, keeps them in the game. These fouls make no sense. Just let the clock run. Game will be over. Kernan with a nice stroke from the foul line, but that one won't go either. She's got a nice looking foul shot. But you don't get points for looking good. Makes the second. Brings them within 8. Quick foul. Only a second off the clock there. And Perry, if they make their free throws, even if they make 1 of 2, it's too little too late for Everett. Perry with 5 huge points in the last minute. That one rims out. Echevarria back, the lone defender. Makes the second. Here comes Emmanuel. They're looking for a 3. Thompson, no. That, if it's on Johnson, that's their 5th. And Johnson and Reynoso foul out. Coach Mack not happy over there, as you can hear him right up here screaming at his players. They are going to win this one, but they're making it much harder than it had to be with all this fouling. Every time they foul, they stop the clock and give Everett a chance. This game should have been over 2 minutes ago. And a couple minutes ago I said that English had stayed out of foul trouble, especially Johnson and Reynoso. And now they've both fouled out. Oof. Thompson misses everything. So this is a primer on how not to shoot foul shots at the end of a game. She just airballed that one. Misses the second. Echevarria. They've got a foul. Perry holds the ball to Echevarria. Tied up. And I think that was on Emmanuel, and that's it. She's out. But she played a strong game. She picked up those 3 fouls in the first 3 minutes of the game and made it till 17 seconds left. What really hurt here is her inability to hit those free throws, though. Everett's still in the game, and she had 3 or 4 chances and just brick. So the Lady Bulldogs are going to walk up with a victory here, hard fought. And with 17 seconds to go, they lead by 9. They really shared the scoring here. Michaela Johnson had 9 overall, but only 1 in the second half. Juliana Perry will finish with 8, but 5 of them were huge, or finished with 9. 6 of them were huge in the last couple of minutes. Echevarria stepped up here in the fourth quarter with 6. And Stacey Abreu with 4 in the fourth quarter. She finishes with, second one misses, Abreu with 11 to lead the way. Clock ticks down, and that should do it. 5 seconds as Echevarria dribbles it out. And that's it, Lynn English. The Lady Bulldogs win a big one here, and they stay in contention for the playoffs as they beat the Everett Tide 47-37. So, for next, Lynn English looking ahead to that Classical game. Now it has a huge amount of importance. Only 2 games standing in the way of a possible playoff bid. So, that'll do it for us here tonight. For my camera people, Javon Dunn and Louis DeLeon, who helped me out with the name of the team I was calling. This is Ken Vorspan saying we hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you the next time.